Let's be real, applying to college is stressful enough, but you know what makes it even worse? Your parents. Every day it's, did you finish your applications? Why aren't you applying to Harvard? You better not ruin your future. Like, just come on, just chill, right? Because you're already doing everything you possibly can, but somehow it's never enough. And if you're in a household where college equals family expectations, status, and years of built-up pressure, yeah, it can feel like your entire future is being controlled by people who don't actually have to live it. So the question is, how do you handle this? How do you deal with parents who won't back off while still keeping your sanity? That's exactly what I'm gonna break down in this video, so let's get into it. Before you get annoyed at your parents again, let's take a step back, because here's the truth. Most of the time, their pressure is coming from a place of fear. Fear that you won't have enough opportunities, fear that you'll struggle financially, fear that you'll waste your potential. And guess what? That fear isn't actually about you. It's about them. And for a lot of parents, your success is their validation. It's like, if my kid gets into an Ivy League, that means I did a good job as a parent. And if they're immigrants, like my parents, for example, that pressure is even worse, because in their minds, college is the only path to success. Forget the fact that some of the richest, most successful people in the world have never even finished college. To them, a degree from a good school is the path, and anything else is just unacceptable. So yeah, they're gonna push you hard, not because they hate you, but because they're scared for you and scared for themselves. Once you understand that, it gets a little easier to understand and deal with. But understanding isn't enough. Let's talk about what to actually do next. Your parents love you, but let's be real, they don't know when to back off. And if you don't set boundaries, they will micromanage every step of your application. So here's what you do. First, make a deal with them. Tell them straight up, look, I know college is important, I care about this too, but if we keep having these stressful conversations every single day, I'm gonna burn out. Then set a specific schedule for updates. For example, maybe I'll update you once a week on my progress, or if I need help with anything, I'll ask. And lastly, other than that, please trust me to handle this. When you do this, it gives them a sense of control without letting them control everything about you. And yeah, will they actually back off 100%? Probably not. But even reducing their pressure a little can save your sanity. Now, I understand that there are going to be parents that won't even listen to you, so don't think these suggestions are the solutions to every problem, but I think it's still worth a try. This is where a lot of students mess up. They try to please everyone. They apply to schools their parents want, even if they hate them. They choose a major their parents like, even if they know they'll be miserable. They force themselves to meet impossible expectations just so they don't disappoint anyone, and you know what happens, right? They spend 4 years at a school they hate, studying a subject that they don't care about, drowning in stress and wondering why they feel completely lost. So let me be brutally honest with you. No matter what you do, someone will be disappointed. Maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's you. But at the end of the day, you're the one who has to live your own life. Alex Hormozi said, I let my dad's dream die for mine to live. So are you really going to spend the next 4 years suffering just to make your parents happy, right? Or are you going to make choices that actually make sense for you? One of the biggest fears parents have is that if you don't get into a top school, your life is over. Spoiler alert, it's not. But unless you prove to them that you have a solid plan, they're going to keep panicking. So here's how to handle it. First, tell them your plan for different outcomes. If you don't get into your reach schools, what's your next step? If you don't go Ivy League, how are you still going to succeed? And second, show them success stories of people maybe around your vicinity who made it without an Ivy League degree. There are CEOs, doctors, engineers, and entrepreneurs from non-elite schools doing just fine. Howard Schultz, CEO of Starbucks, went to Northern Michigan University. I think this is the first time I've ever even heard of this university. Satya Nadella, for CEO of Microsoft, went to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, right? These are schools that aren't Ivy League levels, but they're able to find success wherever they go. And finally, make it clear that college is just one part of your success. Internships, networking, and actual skills matter way more in most careers. When they see that you have a solid plan, not just wishful thinking, just going along with emotions, they'll ease up. Look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this for you. Some parents, they're not gonna change at all, no matter what you try to do or say. You can set boundaries, explain your plan, do everything that I'm telling you to do, and they'll still pressure you, because some people are just stuck in their mindset, and that's just how it is, right? But if that's the case, at some point, you have to stop seeking their approval. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you'll feel guilty. Yes, they might even be mad at you for a while, maybe for a few months, maybe even a few years, but living your life for someone else is a guaranteed way, 100% way to be miserable. control. So make the best decision for you, even if it means disappointing them or whoever them is, whether it's your friends, family, or yourself. Because the truth is that they'll get over it. Maybe not immediately, maybe not even for a few years, but one day when they see you thriving, when they see you actually building a successful life on your own terms, they'll look back and realize that you were right. You already know that college admissions is already brutal. The last thing you need is pressure from your own family making it worse. So here's a quick recap. First, understand that the pressure comes from fear, not logic. Second is to set clear boundaries so they don't overwhelm you. Stop trying to please everyone because that's literally impossible. Have a solid backup plan so they actually feel reassured. And lastly, accept that they might never change and move forward anyway. At the end of the day, this is your future, right? Whatever I say, you don't even have to listen to what I'm saying because I'm not you and I don't have any say for whatever the hell you do, right? So take control of it. And if you want expert guidance, you could always join us with our program, but obviously nobody needs it. Nothing is a need, right? Unless it's like food, water, or whatever, right? Housing. But if you want a strategy that works, it's there for you. So go handle your business. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.